Hey Bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we're making a lovely gentle calendula cleansing oil. I am completely in love with cleansing oils these days. I've been using them to wash my face in combination with a gentle foaming facial cleanser for about the last 4 months, and I've really noticed a really lovely improvement in my skin. They're beautifully gentle cleansers that really help remove makeup or sunscreen for me in the summer. They're so awesome and they're so easy to make. So I find that I'm kind of making a different one every month, customizing the recipe, tweaking, playing. So this is my latest tweak and play for you. If you've been around the block a bit with sort of DIY natural skincare, you're probably familiar with the oil cleansing method, or the OCM. Cleansing oils are a little different. You don't need to massage your face for an extended period of time with them, though you're certainly welcome to if you want to. And they are designed to work with water right away. So cleansing oils have a small amount of emulsifier incorporated into them. And so that means that you can get a little bit of it in your palm, and then you can add a little bit of water and you can work it up, and it'll self-emulsify with the water and immediately become sort of white and cloudy and creamy. And then you can massage that into your face and then wipe it off, which I like doing with a damp microfiber cloth because it just really picks up everything. They're super neat and really inexpensive. No need to buy fancy like face special microfiber cloths. Just like, you can buy them at Costco. They sell them in like bales. That might be overkill, but you get my drift. Anyways, because of the emulsifier in there, not only does it emulsify nicely with water to help you clean your face, but it also means it comes off really easily, so you're not left with sort of an oily residue, which I really like. I've been mostly using about 20% emulsifiers for my cleansing oils. So for this one, I thought, let's try a little bit less. Let's try about 15%. So when you're making a cleansing oil, obviously, you still want it to be sort of oil-like and not balm-like. So you typically choose a blend of solid and liquid emulsifiers, or just liquid emulsifiers. Now, the first cleansing oils that I made, I used all liquid emulsifiers, and that was nice, but I found that they were really drooly. You kind of get them in your palm and they just go, and it's like, oh, come back out. So I like incorporating a bit of a solid emulsifier, so an emulsifying wax, and that gives you just a slightly more viscous product, which I just find is much sort of easier to steer in your palm. You don't have to use you don't have to do it that way if you want. I'll throw the links to some of my other cleansing oil recipes into the description box below, so you can check out some of the different combinations and ways that I've done this. You can see there's really a lot of ways to make cleansing oils, and they're super fun. The calendula part of this recipe comes from the bulk of it being calendula infused oil. So I used olive oil because I happen to have calendula infused olive oil in my pantry, infusing. But if yours is like a safflower oil or sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, any other sort of relatively inexpensive oil that you don't mind effectively, again, rinsing down the drain. Like, this is on your skin for maybe a minute and then down it goes. So this is not a place to, pull out those pricey oils. Like, leave your argan oil, your evening primrose oil, leave those oils out of this. This is a place for cheap oils. It's also a really good place for oils that are, kind of a little older than maybe everything else in your pantry, and you're thinking, oh, I should use this up, because you go through cleansing oils quite quickly. So it's a really good place to sort of put anything that you're worried about spoiling sometime soon. If you're wondering how to make herb-infused oils, I've got an entire blog post on it, so I'll throw the link to that in the description box below, so make sure you go check it out. But I've rounded out this cleansing oil with just some castor oil, which is a wonderful it's quite a drying oil, so having it at a fairly low percent helps really sort of amp up the cleansing power of this cleansing oil. But really, this could not be easier to make, especially if you already have the infused calendula oil on hand. You really just kind of combine everything and then melt it and put it in a bottle. Like, how awesome is that, right? So come on, let's get started. We'll begin by getting all of the ingredients that we're going to heat together into a heat-resistant glass measuring cup or beaker. So in here I have 10 grams of Polo wax, and you can use a different complete emulsifying wax if you want. Emulsifying wax NF would probably be my next choice. I would probably stay away from BTMS 50 if you can, simply because it's quite a bit more expensive than both of these, and there's really no need for this to be that expensive. In here we have 5 grams of Olivem 300, and you can use polysorbate 80 instead, but not Olivem 1000, because Olivem 1000 is solid. 20 grams of castor oil, and 64 grams of calendula infused olive oil. So to heat all of this together, I'm going to just pop it in this water bath, which is a small flat bottom saucepan that has about 1 inch or 3 centimeters of water in it, and a small silicone trivet or coaster to insulate the beaker from the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to pop this on the stove or medium heat for about 20 minutes to melt everything through. And yeah, see you in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes later and everything has melted through. So we're done with our water bath and we can set that aside. Whew, steamy. And now we just need to let this cool before we add our cool down ingredients. So this will thicken a bit as it cools thanks to the emulsifying wax. But because emulsifying wax isn't an amazing thickener, it's not going to be hugely viscous, and it will take a couple days to reach full thickness. But yeah, I'm just going to dry this off here. Set this aside on the cool countertop so the coolness of the countertop can help it come down from its toasty temperature. And yeah, this part pretty much just like, you can walk away from it now, and even if you want to leave it overnight, you totally can, and we can add our cool down ingredients when it's cool. So it's been about half an hour and this has cooled down quite a lot. Come back here. So it's time to add our essential oils and some vitamin E and then pop this in a bottle. So for essential oils, I thought I'd do a blend of lemon and lavender because it's lovely and goes quite nicely with a sort of calming, healing theme here. So I think I'll start with about 10 drops of each and see where that takes us. I think I'll do another 10 of each and we can call it that. And then we want to add 0.5 gram of vitamin E. And all that's left to do is pour this in our bottle. So I've got a 4-ounce, 120 milliliter squeezy bottle here with a flip disc top. And away we go. And remember that this will continue to thicken up over the next day or two as that emulsifying wax really kicks in. But there you go, you just made a gentle calendula cleansing oil. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and check the description box below for the full written recipe with the amounts in both metric and imperial, and the link to this recipe on my blog, which is where you'll find links to all of the ingredients and all of the equipment I used and the packaging. See you next time!